Seismologists here at Caltech tell us this quake happened in what's called a subduction zone. It's where a large piece of the earth, a large section of the earth, in this case the floor of the Pacific Ocean, is crashing up against and actually sliding under the North American plate. However, in this quake, in this case, it was not the collision between those two plates that triggered the shaking. A frightening wake-up call for residents of Alaska in the middle of the night.
This is not a drill. This is an actual tsunami warning.
A 7.9 earthquake some 200 miles off the coast of Alaska's Kodiak Island sparked fears of a tsunami not only in Alaska but up and down the west coast, where tsunami watches included Southern California.
This earthquake was approximately 100 times bigger than the Northridge earthquake.
We all remember the Northridge quake 24 years ago. The 6.7 magnitude quake flattened freeways, pancaked buildings and apartments, and killed at least 57 people. But last night's 7.9 off Alaska did no damage and triggered no tsunamis.
Certainly interesting to this seismologist, but in terms of its impact on society, it's not that big a deal.
Caltech seismologists explained the 7.9 Alaska quake occurred inside a plate and not between two plates, and that's the key difference.
So the really big earthquakes are between the plates. They're one plate rubbing against another.
In other words, we dodged a bullet, but the quake is still unsettling. It happened in a fault that hadn't been identified, very much like the Northridge quake.
It's not so unusual, even now in California. Sometimes when we get a big earthquake like the Northridge earthquake, we never saw that fault until it happened.
Now, there have been several aftershocks associated with this 7.9 quake out of Alaska, the largest registered at 5.6.